Hi, my name is Roxanne Wahadalo, and the bag that I chose to put my 3 items today is this Very Bradley carry-on bag. And the reason why I chose this bag is because I received it as a gift from my mother, and she gave it to me for weekend trips. Just easy, 3 to 4 day trips where you can fit a certain amount of clothes in here. And it's very important to me because I've always used it for as long as I've had it, almost every weekend. Me and my parents travel out of town almost every weekend. We have a ranch in Rio, and we spend the weekend over there with my grandparents or at the ranch. I have family in San Antonio, so we're always going to San Antonio. Almost, if we're not at the ranch, we're in San Antonio. If we're not in San Antonio, we're in Dallas because my brother lives in Dallas. If we're not in Dallas, we're at the beach because who doesn't love to go to the beach for the weekends? I'm never home. So this bag, I use it so much, like all the time. And it's really important to me because I've had it for so long and my mom gave it to me, and it's a real staple in my life, and I can't think of any other bag that I use, and if I were to lose this, I would definitely have to replace it for sure. And the 3 things that I chose to put in this bag to represent my past, my present, and my future. First, that represents my past is the speaker. I've always had a profound love for music. It's made me happy in times of sadness. It's made me happier in times of true happiness. And it has even made me sad when I'm sad. I feel that music has a great effect on everybody and is a very important thing in many people's lives. And it brings us together, and it makes us feel emotions, and it does a lot of things. And music has always been really important to me. I love listening to music when I'm here alone in my room, when I'm in my car, when I'm with my friends, when I'm working out, when music is another staple in my life. It's always a constant thing that I'm listening to. It's always a constant thing that I'm doing. And it's always been really, really important to me to have that on my phone. Like Spotify, I have Spotify, I have Apple Music. I frequently pay that a month. So really, really important to me. It's always been something that's affected my life in a lot of different ways. Now, for my present, I chose this Polaroid camera. This Polaroid camera I've had for a very long time, and it represents me now because I love, 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 love photography. I truly love the idea of the fact that we could capture moments in a picture, and it can always stay with us and beside us, whether it's in our wallet, whether it's in our car, whether it's in a photo album, whatever. We can always look back. And phones are a great way that changed our life, where we can have moments in our phone by our hand at any moment that we need it. But I love the nostalgic aspect or feeling of old photos and the old look of just Polaroids. Like, a normal printed photo just doesn't beat it. It really doesn't. And it's gone with me to a lot of trips, to a lot of different places, and I've taken very memorable photos with this, and they will always, always, always stay in my life. And that's what I love about this. It prints out wide, big printed Polaroids. There are some Polaroids where they're minis, but this one was a little more expensive, and I spent the money to buy it and haven't regretted it ever since. I just love it. So this does represent a little bit of my past for sure, my present now, I do take a lot of photos to this day, and it will for my future, because I will hopefully pass this down for my children to use so that they can always have old photos of me, of them, and their kids. Now, the third item that I chose is a textbook. Now, the reason why I chose a textbook for my future is because recently I made the decision to transfer. I've been at STC for about 2 years now, and I've finished all my basics, and transferring out has always been the goal and the plan. And finally, we're in a difficult time with COVID and everything that's going on, but I felt that it was time for me to move on to better things and move from my parents' house and live on my own, and take that step to really grow up and make adult decisions, and to mature in ways that my parents can't teach me, or that living here will teach me. There are things that I have to learn on my own, and by going through my own struggles and living by myself and doing all those things to become an adult, it's really gonna mature me. I really truly believe that it's gonna be a really good thing for me, and I'm super, super excited. So that's why this textbook represents my future, because I'm going on to bigger and better things. And a university is obviously a different environment from community college, and the courses might be a little bit harder, and there might be a little more study time, but I'm up for the challenge, and I'm really excited for it, and I can't wait for that to be a new chapter in my life. So I hope that these 3 items summarize kind of, why they mean so much to me, and a little bit about myself, and a little bit about my past and my present, and what's coming up for me in the future. And thank you guys for listening and getting to know me.